London's underworld is about to ignite once again, and this time the fire burns hotter than ever. MobLand, the gritty crime drama from Guy Ritchie, has officially locked in its return, and the buzz surrounding Season 2 is bigger than the chaos the Harrigan family left behind in the first chapter. Tom Hardy and Joanne Froggatt are stepping back into their dangerous roles, bringing with them the same explosive energy that made this series an instant hit. Fans who devoured the first season won't have to wait much longer. Filming kicks off at the end of October, and expectations are sky high. The first season of MobLand was more than just another crime drama. It was a brutal, stylish dive into London's seedy underbelly. At its core, the story followed the Harrigans, a notorious crime family whose influence stretched across the city like a dark shadow. Hardy's character, Harry D'Souza, became the centerpiece of it all. He wasn't just a gangster, he was the ultimate fixer, the man everyone feared and relied on in equal measure. With just a glance, he could intimidate, manipulate, or dismantle his enemies. Critics praised Hardy's performance as magnetic, unpredictable, and perfectly suited to the world Guy Ritchie built. Audiences were hooked right away. From the sharp dialogue to the chaotic shootouts, the series captured Ritchie's signature style: gritty, fast-paced, and laced with dark humor. Rotten Tomatoes clocked the season at 76% from critics, with reviewers calling it epic, grisly, and a pure adrenaline rush. For fans of crime dramas, it was exactly what they had been waiting for: a no-holds-barred descent into power, betrayal, and survival. But the real proof of MobLand's impact was how quickly it climbed the charts on Paramount+. The numbers spoke for themselves, and it wasn't long before the announcement came that Season 2 was greenlit. Chris McCarthy, the boss at Paramount, confirmed the renewal back in June, setting the internet ablaze with speculation about what could come next. Now, we finally have an update that brings the anticipation to a fever pitch. Joanne Froggatt, who plays Jan D'Souza, Harry's wife and one of the most intriguing characters in the show, spoke to MovieWeb and shared that filming begins at the end of October. Her excitement was impossible to miss. Froggatt revealed how much she loved the role, calling Jan a dream character: tough, layered, and unlike anything she's played before. She admitted she had always wanted to step into the shoes of a gangster or a gangster's partner, and when Jan came along, it felt like fate. With Hardy by her side and a stellar cast all returning, Froggatt said she feels blessed to continue the journey. What makes Jan such a fascinating presence is how she balances the intensity of Harry's world with her own steel resolve. She's not a background player, she's someone with her own power, her own secrets, and her own ways of influencing the chaos. Viewers saw hints of that in Season 1, and the prospect of where her story goes next has fans buzzing. Critics themselves couldn't agree on everything, but one point was clear: MobLand had energy. The Guardian called Hardy's performance an art form in itself, praising how he commanded every scene with menace and charisma. The Standard highlighted the series as a wild, grisly ride in typical Ritchie fashion, filled with outrageous moments and sharp performances. Collider summed it up best by saying it wasn't a complete reinvention of the gangster genre, but it was packed with so many twists, turns, and magnetic characters that it was impossible not to keep watching. Season 2 now carries the weight of expectation, and that's exactly where Guy Ritchie thrives. If the first season was about setting the stage, introducing the Harrigans, their enemies, and the unpredictable chaos of London's underworld, then the next chapter promises escalation. More betrayals, more bloodshed, more power struggles that push every character to the edge. Hardy's Harry will almost certainly be tested in ways fans haven't seen before, and Jan's influence could prove more dangerous than anyone realizes. The timing couldn't be better. With crime dramas enjoying a resurgence, MobLand has the chance to cement itself as one of the genre's defining series of the decade. Its combination of raw violence, unpredictable storytelling, and powerhouse acting performances makes it a rare find in today's TV landscape. Fans are already speculating about who will rise, who will fall, and whether the Harrigans can hold their empire together against the tide of enemies waiting to strike. And with filming just weeks away, the countdown has officially begun. The cast is ready, the scripts are locked, and Guy Ritchie's vision is about to unfold once again. What's certain is that Season 2 won't just revisit the familiar, it will push every boundary the first season set, plunging deeper into the dangerous alliances and shocking betrayals that make this world so addictive. So now, the question hangs in the air: how far will Harry and Jan D'Souza go when the game gets bloodier and the cost of power becomes unbearable? One thing's for sure: MobLand is gearing up for a second season that promises to be more ruthless, more chaotic, and more unforgettable than ever before.